Welcome to SDH's coverage of the tournament to determine the world's best when it comes to the sport of soccer. This is your World Soccer Review from day one of the quarterfinals, and both matches actually did go quite a while, and the goalkeepers came up big. So let's take you through what happened in your Friday quarterfinals, starting off with your action involving Argentina and the Netherlands. Here's your highlights. Andres Cantor on the call, courtesy of our friends at Telemundo Sport.
El del Atlético de Madrid. Messi que engancha contra Frenkie de Jong, que engancha contra Nathan Ake, que pone la pelota al área para Molina. Nahuel Molina, gana Argentina 1-0 y más allá de la euforia, atención porque De Poli hizo una seña al banco. ¡Qué pase metió Messi!
Toda la jugada de Messi, cómo sale a recibir el balón y cómo va llevando siempre con la cabeza arriba. Va haciendo una diagonal de derecha a izquierda, pero sin dejar de ver dónde iba.
Que acaba de cobrar también la falta. Y Paredes, ¡epa!
Sí.
Bueno, todo suyo Elizondo. Le dije que era particular el arbitraje hoy del Español.
Y bueno, cuando pasan estas cosas que los jugadores quieren agarrarse y solucionar los conflictos por parte de ellos, indudablemente el límite en la cancha no está bien marcado. Por eso pasan estas cuestiones. Y después, bueno, acá dejó pasar una falta clara, muy clara. Paredes hace justicia por mano propia, hace una falta y reacciona el banco de Holanda, justo ahí. El banco, los suplentes, esa es la zona más caliente para la falta, para dirigir. Hay que ser muy cuidadoso en esa zona. Hay mucha emoción ahí desbordada.
Mateo Laos vino de zurda, jugada preparada.
Penal.
Acomoda la pelota Lautaro para meter a Argentina en las semifinales contra Croacia. Va Lautaro. Argentina está en la semifinal. Argentina está entre los mejores 4 del mundo. Argentina, el campeón de América, vive y es el único representante de Conmebol en el Mundial de Qatar. Lautaro Martínez con el tobillo infiltrado. El toro Lautaro Martínez, que llora desconsoladamente en el piso. Lautaro Martínez y esta selección argentina que no merecía quedar eliminado. La alegría de Messi.
Dibu Martinez comes up big in the penalties, and so that means Argentina moves on. On the other side, who would face them? Is it Croatia or Brazil? Who's your highlights there as well? Once again, courtesy of our friends at Telemundo Sports.
Ney, Rodrigo, Neymar, la pared para que está Neymar. ¡Gol! lo saquen, que no lo cambien, que no lo toquen. Allí está frotando la lámpara el 10 brasileño, el ilustre 10 en la camiseta verde amarela de Neymar. Y por esta es la diferencia. Marca la diferencia cuando las papas quemaban. Izquierdo Orsic, que es el más fresco. Orsic que engancha, mete el centro, está. Croacia, lo hizo en una magnífica definición Petkovic. A los 11 minutos el centro y la corrida de Orsic para que la mande de zurda al fondo de la portería de Alisson. Brasil Marquinhos, si lo ataja o lo erra. Croacia está en semifinales, le va a pegar Marquinhos. Toma carrera. Erra Marquinhos, Croacia acaba de clasificar a las semifinales de la Copa Mundial de la FIFA de Qatar 2022. Croacia lo hizo de nuevo. Croacia ha clasificado, señoras y señores. Vlasic, Mayer, Modric y Orsic. Rodrigo falló el penal. Marquinhos falló el cuarto y definitivo. Y una vez más, los subcampeones del mundo, con valentía, con amor propio, con 7 pulmones y con una enorme entrega, han logrado la clasificación a semifinales para jugar contra el ganador de Países Bajos y Argentina, Mauro Silva. Brasil está eliminado del Mundial.
Está eliminado para una Croacia que hizo un grandísimo partido, que ha dejado todo en el terreno de juego y es un justo ganador de un partido donde jugó muy bien y luchó hasta el último minuto.
Livakovic comes up big, and Dibu Martinez comes up big. So when you have keepers that are really on a roll, you cannot be hurt by having that happen, especially this deep into a tournament. Now, getting into the action on your Saturday, and let's start things off at the tactics board, starting off with the game that is going to be second, England and France, and find out what Gary Neville thinks about what England can do to stifle the French attack and possibly come out with a win. Here is a segment of that particular breakdown, courtesy of our friends at ITV Sport.
I just think that, I think about this game and I'm fascinated by Kyle's job. I played obviously in that same position, and I remember in 2004 we had an unbelievable quarter-final against Portugal, and they had Cristiano Ronaldo on this side against Ashley Cole, and they had Luis Figo on this side, two of the greatest wingers that you'll ever wish to see. And thinking about on Saturday, obviously Dembele against obviously Luke Shaw and Mbappe here, and the problems that causes, because ordinarily, let's say for instance the ball is just here in a central area and France are building up from the back, your back four, every team now, whether it's Manchester City, whether it's France, whether it's England, they want to be compact. The problem is in this game, I think you end up with a situation whereby you end up playing in false positions as fullbacks. And I remember that game back in 2004 where before the game you almost say to yourself, I can't really cover my centre-backs. They're playing against Giroud and they've obviously got Griezmann as well, and we'll come on to that. But ordinarily you'd want to be attached to your fullbacks. So you see your centre-backs as fullbacks, and you want to make sure that you've got that distance between you, sort of 10 yards. The problem is in this game, you cannot allow him to pick up the ball to feet with a switch of play, and you can't allow that ball into him. So what you end up doing as full-backs, and I know it happened in 2004, is that you end up just edging a little bit away from your centre-backs because you just don't want that ball to go into their feet and basically then run it. So if you stay in here in a natural full-back position as the ball would be there, you may end up in a situation where Mbappe's picking it up off a switch, or Dembele's picking it up, and then you're all in a heap of trouble whereby everyone's rushing back towards goal, they're driving towards you in the box. So you end up in a situation whereby you know you've got to arrive when the ball arrives, which means your distances become a little bit false from what you'd normally play. So that's the first problem that I think England have, is that these two could become a little bit more exposed through the fullbacks just having to edge out that 2 or 3 yards. You're not talking massive distances, but that extra 2 or 3 yards to make sure you've got to arrive at that ball when Mbappe's there. Same for Luke on that side. So that's a slight problem when the ball's here. It becomes more problematic when the ball's in here, because the distances then for the pass become shorter and it becomes easier for them to get to you. So that's where you then really start to edge out, and that's when you really start to pull up, and that's when you do start to get Griezmann's little runs in there. So the source is really important to stop and leave the ball as much as possible with the centre-backs. But that's the first thing I would say, is these two are going to have to be a little bit selfish and look after themselves a little bit more on Saturday than they ordinarily would do, which would be covering their two centre-backs.
So go to the ITV Sports and ITV Football YouTube pages to find all of their content when it comes to the world competition and who is going to be chasing after the title of the world's best. And so we'll keep an eye on that as well. When you look at the juice boxes for your action, one match at 10, one match at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, Morocco and Portugal. Portugal was a larger favorite than they are heading into Saturday. They were in the minus 150s. Now they're down to a minus 139. Your 90-minute draw is a plus 260. Morocco is a plus 459. That 90-minute draw looking very, very appealing. England and France. Line hasn't moved a whole lot. France is your favorite at a plus 154. Your 90-minute draw is a plus 223. England is a plus 202. The numbers from the matches on Friday: Croatia beating Brazil 2-1 in pens. Your 90-minute draw there was a plus 379. And the Netherlands and Argentina. Argentina getting the win, so the 90-minute draw there was a plus 209. Obviously, one of the larger stories that has happened, not just in the world of football, but pretty much in the world of sports. The untimely and shocking passing of American soccer journalist Grant Wahl. Nick Alifi takes some time on the network, and he breaks it all down for us from his perspective about the passing of one of those flag bearers that was here for the sport of soccer in the United States, and covered pretty much everything that came down to the sport. So head over to the other sections of the network and download the Soccer Down Here app so you can listen to Nick Alifi's take on the untimely and shocking passing of Grant Wahl. Once again, reminder, World Cup, we will know who the other semifinal is. Argentina and Croatia. Argentina right now, your early favorite on the 13th. At a minus 119, your 90-minute draw is a plus 235. Croatia's a plus 408. But they will be more than happy to drag you into extra time, drag you into penalties. Argentina will be trying to avoid that on the left-hand side of the bracket in their semifinal. Morocco, Portugal, England, and France, that will determine the right-hand side of the bracket for your semifinal in trying to determine the world's best in 2022. For everybody here at SDH, I'm just John. For Jason, for Jarrett, for Nick, play it safe, everybody. Enjoy the matches as we get down to the final four when it comes to determining the world's best in 2022. Play it safe, everybody. Mucha platia. We'll see you next time.